This cat wasted his 8 lives in vain, and death came for him to take his last life. Find out if he can outwit it in this recap of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Puss in Boots throws a party at the mansion of Governor of Del Mar. Milk pours in rivers, and Puss himself sings his heroic song and dances a passionate tango with a chicken. He is the real star of the evening, but when the Governor of Del Mar shows up, he demands that the cat in boots is arrested. Our hero grabs his sword and shows the wonders of swordsmanship, after which he sets off the festive fireworks. But here is a problem. The noise disturbs a huge earth giant, so he attacks the town. The cat with the sword in his hands flies straight away at the giant and hits him under the nail. This trick is called a Spanish splinter. The furious giant sends Puss in Boots into a flight, but after drinking another cup of milk, our hero continues the battle. The giant tries to hit him with a bell, but the nimble Puss sneaks up closer, saves people, stuns the giant with the same bell, and defeats the villain. And everything is fine. The people rejoice. The chicken gives the cat a bouquet of flowers. But our hero is hit by the bell. Oops. Puss in Boots comes back to his senses at the vet's office. The doctor checks the cat's reflexes, offers our hero leeches, and confesses that he is dead. But the cat has 9 lives, and he starts counting how many times he has died. So, he had a bull attack at the bullfight, angry dogs in the casino, a fall from a huge chapel, a punch with a barbell, a cannon flight, an allergy to seafood, a fire from the oven, and today's bell. In total, 8, so now he has only 1 life left. The doctor advises the cat to retire and not to take risks, but our hero of course disagrees, and immediately goes to the nearest bar for a drink. It becomes dark, the candle goes out, and Puss notices a new visitor at the bar. It's a huge white wolf in a black cloak. He is the bounty hunter, and he is looking like death itself. The cat in boots begins to worry and challenges his opponent to a duel, but the wolf proves to be too nimble and fast. The cat is on the verge of death. His sword falls, a red drop runs down his forehead, and Puss in Boots is recalling his whole life. He refuses to continue the fight and runs away in shame, leaving his sword in the bar. Poor Puss wanders through the woods and thinks about the doctor's advice. He buries his boots, hat and cape and says goodbye to his career as a criminal and finds the home of an elderly cat lady, Mama Luna. This woman has hundreds of cats. She washes our hero, puts blue socks on his paws and calls him Pickles. From now on, he's a lovely pet. Puss in Boots does not like such a life. He's forced to use kitty litter boxes and eat cat food. What a horror. As the days go by, our hero slowly gets used to his new life and even grows a beard. One day, Puss in Boots meets Perito. He is a cheerful dog disguised as a cat. He lives under the porch of the house and pretends to be a cat to come and eat. Perito asks the cat to scratch his tummy. At this moment, we see shadows near Mama Luna's house, and the heroes see Goldilocks in the company of 3 bears. They take the mistress hostage and look for Puss in Boots. However, instead, they only find hundreds of other cats. Puss in Boots is among them, but it's impossible to recognize him without a hat and boots, plus he has such a huge beard. The bears go outside and find a hole in which Puss in Boots buried his clothes. They think that Puss is no longer alive. That's too bad, because they wanted to hire Puss to steal a map which will help them find the wishing star. According to legend, it can fulfill any wish you may. Our hero discovers that this map will be delivered to Big Jack Horner, who is the owner of a family bakery who collects magical items and dreams of mastering all the magic in the world. Willing to get back his lost lives with the wishing star, Puss asks Perito to dig his clothes out of the pit. He gets dressed and still looks ridiculous with a beard and no sword. The cat in boots breaks into Big Jack's bakery to steal the map. Faithful Perito rushes after his new friend. At the bakery, Jack Horner receives a chest containing the map. While he is distracted, Puss in Boots opens the lock with his claw and grabs the map. Suddenly, he gets a hard hit. It was Kissy Softpaws. She's hit too, and she wants the map as well. A few seconds later, the bears and Goldilocks bursts here as well. Of course, they've come for the map too. They all start arguing over who gets it. Puss in Boots and Softpaws take advantage of the moment and fly out of the bakery on a magic carpet, taking the map with them. But Big Jack knocks the rug down and the chase begins. Softpaws takes the map, defeats all her opponents and flies out of the window together with Puss in Boots. They successfully land in a carriage and with Perito's help, they leave the town. On the way, they face a threat of being killed several times. But the cats have more important things to deal with. They are deciding who is the real owner of the map. Trying to get away from the chase, Puss in Boots throws a bag of gold into the crowd. However, among the peasants, he spots the white wolf in a black cloak and gets horrified. Big Jack gathers his magic items, turns the pumpkin into a carriage, grabs his magic orb and sets off on the chase. Our heroes are on their way to the dark forest, while the bear and Goldilocks follow their trail. Puss in Boots and his companions find themselves in a bright, colorful forest, where Puss asks Kitty to give him the map. He uses all his charm, but Kitty also knows how to be quite convincing. It looks so cute that Perito just faints. Here they notice a strange thing. If the map is held by Puss in Boots or Kitty Softpaws, it shows the most difficult trials, mountains of misery, and even the cave of lost souls. But if Perito clutches the map, it shows beautiful gardens, rivers and fields. Puss and Kitty decide that the map should be held by Perito. At that moment, they see the bears falling from the sky, so they speed up. In their path, they face a huge predatory flower. Softpaws tries to fight them, but they grow bigger and bigger. Perito says they just have to smell them, and it works. At this time, Big Jack in his carriage catches the bears and runs them off the road. However, Jack needs to get through the flower field, which is a real challenge for him. The villain uses the phoenix as a flamethrower and moves on. Puss asks Kitty to shave off his beard, and Softpaws immediately grabs her knife. In a couple of minutes, our hero looks like himself again. He throws away his stick, and Perito immediately rushes after it and gets captured by Big Jack. Just then, the bears and Goldilocks show up and demand that they give them the map. They start fighting. Puss and Kitty run to save Perito, fighting Big Jack's team on the way. And all goes well, but in the midst of the turmoil, Puss sees the wolf again and runs away in fear. This makes Softpaws distracted, and Goldilocks successfully grabs the map. The frightened cat in Boots is found by Perito. Our hero confesses that he left Kitty on their wedding day, and Softpaws overhears their conversation. Later, she confesses that she did not come to the wedding as well. Goldilocks and the bears see their own hut before them. The bears happily go inside and make themselves comfortable. There is honey and porridge, and comfortable chairs, and even a book of fairy tales. Goldilocks reminisces of her childhood. It seems they are all stuck in nostalgia pines. Our heroes find a bear's hut, sneak inside, and steal the map. Goldilocks notices it and wakes up the bears. Their home is transformed into the mountains of misery. Another battle ensues, and Puss and Kitty are dancing the tango as they are taking out their rivals. They manage to escape, but Goldilocks grabs Perito, and now they must rescue their friend. When Puss in Boots touches the map, he finds himself trapped in the cave of lost souls. Now Kitty must find Perito alone, while Puss in Boots searches for a way out. In the meantime, Goldilocks squabbles with the bears as she wants to have a human family. Taking the advantage of the moment, Softpaws rescues Perito, and the bears and Goldilocks get trapped. Inside the cave, Puss in Boots meets crystal reflections of his past lives. They sing him heroic songs, and then start taunting him for becoming such a coward. Suddenly, the wolf in the cloak appears and confesses that he is death himself. Now, he wants to take Puss's last life. The frightened Puss in Boots runs away with the map, while Kitty and Perito watch from afar. The cat finds the wishing star and prepares to fulfill his most cherished dream. But then, Softpaws shows up and accuses Puss of betrayal. She throws him the map and angrily walks away. At that moment, we see Big Jack and Goldilocks with the bears. They start another fight over the map. Puss, Kitty and Goldilocks catch it one after another. Little Bear is about to fall from the wishing star, and Goldilocks throws the map to save her half-brother. In the meantime, Softpaws battles with Jack and drops the villain into the magical bottomless bag. Perito brings the map to Puss in Boots and tells him that he personally is happy even with one life only. A few moments later, the wolf in the cloak appears again, and he and Puss initiate a fierce duel. Puss in Boots barely manages to disarm the wolf. He boldly declares that he will always fight for his last life. Death in the form of the wolf reluctantly decides to spare the cat's life, for he no longer behaves like an arrogant immortal bandit. Before he leaves, the wolf promises Puss that they will definitely meet again. Here, they see Big Jack emerging from his bag. It turns out that he ate a magic growth cookie. The villain takes the card from Kitty and Puss. When he tries to make a wish, Perito distracts him, at which time Kitty, Puss and Goldilocks take the card and tear it up. destroying the wishing star along with it. Everyone but Jack manages to escape. Puss in Boots reconciles with Kitty and promises her a happy life together. Goldilocks finally recognizes the bears as her family and goes with them to Big Jack's bakery. After a while, our heroes, already known as Team Friendship, steal the ship of the governor of Del Mar and set sail on a great voyage to meet their old friends. Would you like to have 9 lives? We'll be grateful for any likes. You've been watching the Movie Cat channel. I'll see you soon.